NEET 2024, an exam which will probably remain in our memories for years together. And it will remain in our memories for all the wrong reasons. More than 60 plus people secured 720 perfect marks. When there was a hue and cry raised, NTA gave clarifications which were not believable. And followed by that, when the case has reached Supreme Court, the official version keeps changing. So this brings me to the question, has NEET been the real or the biggest scam ever in independent India? I would say probably yes. And why I'm saying that, I'll come to that. But before we get to that, normally I resist making any kind of videos on NEET because there is too much of noise and I just don't want to be a part of that noise. But this, what has happened recently, I believe I must share my opinion with all of you because many of you have prepared for these medical entrance exams in the past, or maybe preparing and probably planning to drop, or maybe just quitting it altogether and getting into the biotech sector. So I am here to talk about the real problem and not to become a part of the noise. Well, the noise will always remain that NEET is a scam, NEET is a fraud, NEET, NTA is not doing their job properly, or probably the question paper leaked, or whether NTA was involved or not, or some officials were involved. That's something which the courts and the police has to find out. But the point which I want to make today is NEET is wasting the time of 26 lakh people. And probably they have to come up with a ceiling that more than these many people cannot write NEET, or even if they write, the number of seats is the real problem. The real problem is not with the number of applicants actually. And why do I say that? 86,000 to 90,000 MBBS seats are there in our country for NEET exam. And if 26 lakh people are writing for it, that means probably for every seat of NEET, 26 people are competing. And that means our nation is producing more mental patients than doctors in our country. We are giving a message to our young generation that you are a failure even before you started your career. Is that not wrong? Let me know in the comment section. Now, that is where the problem is. Why can't government, why can't private sector as well as the government come up with more number of seats? Why can't we have 5 lakh seats or 10 lakh seats for MBBS? If that happens, because obviously we saw in the pandemic, our nation needs more doctors. Instead of forcing the final year MBBS students to do internship in a village, why not bring people from the village and make them MBBS? There are people who are applying, but they are getting rejected. Instead of becoming an MBBS, they're becoming mental patients. They keep dropping again and again over a period of years. 26 lakh people, do you understand that? 26 lakh young people could have done something else, something better, if this would not have happened. So either you increase the seats, or you limit the number of people who can write, or whatever you do, government has to solve this problem. We all have a problem, and the parents have to take notice. Your child is being pushed into a mad race. There are better jobs in the biotech industry, pharma industry, nursing, allied health, and hospitals. There are better jobs. Microbiology, biotechnology, biochemistry, hospital pathology, what not? Diagnostics. Everywhere there are jobs. It's not that becoming a doctor is the only job. So that mindset has to go. But at the same time, if the government says, and if we all agree that we need more doctors in our country, then what is stopping us from increasing the number of seats? And it's not just the medical undergraduate seats. I'm talking about the postgraduate, the PG seats also. Hardly 15,000 seats are there. So a person who wrote NEET exam and qualified, say 6 years ago, that is, I think 2018, will be graduating in 2024, and now he's still a junior doctor. He is still getting 35,000 rupees salary. And then now he has to compete with other people who qualified the NEET exam prior to him for a MD/MS seat. And that's just 14,000. So we have less senior doctors. The reason is not that we have less junior doctors. The reason is we have less seats. Why are we becoming a nation of mental patients by writing so many entrance exams. Instead, why can't we increase the number of seats of a NEET? And that's why I say NEET, or probably CBSE PMT earlier, is the biggest scam of independent India, because you're not increasing the seats. Now let us come back to the controversy right now that the paper got leaked. Why did people get into the unethical mode of qualifying the exam? Is because it is too tough. So when they realized that they cannot go the legal way, they thought, okay, let's go the illegal way and earn some quick money. Now, whoever did it is wrong. I completely agree. They wasted the time of 26 lakh aspirants. But let's agree that more than that paper leak, the rejection in NEET exam is causing mental damage to our youngsters. They will never have the courage to do anything in the future, apart from thinking that I'm a big failure because I could not qualify the NEET exam. But that's not the truth. Many people who have failed in NEET exam have excelled in the biotech sector. I know many of them who are chief scientific officer in various biotech companies in Bangalore, and they all failed in NEET exam, right? So the truth be told, the crux of the matter today is we need to fix this together. We need to stop writing NEET exam. Let's focus on other sectors like biotech sector, like pharmaceuticals, like nursing, or any allied medical health sectors also. It's not just becoming a doctor is a respectable job. Every job is respectable, I would say. Every job in this country demands respect and deserves respect. It's not that only a doctor is respectable, every job is. So my point here is, let's come together to have a valid discussion on the point of view which I have presented and whatever point of view you have in the comment section, so that we can come to a holistic conclusion of what needs to be done so that these kind of scams don't keep coming forever and spoil the spirit and mental health of our young undergraduates. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon in the next one. Till then, keep shining. Bye-bye.